on like changing your bad habits and whatnot, and kind of like I read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, steps to kind of alleviating from financial slavery and stuff like that. And I also have Bushido, Way of the Warrior. It's not really, I wouldn't really call it a book as much as it is kind of a calendar with a bunch of like inspirational, things through it. But that, I like that too. Kind of catches you off guard every day. You kind of go through that and see what it is for the day and whatnot. And sometimes it's something really inspirational, and other times it's like, pluck your enemy's eyeball out before they get you, that kind of stuff. But no, I mean, I've kind of just been trying to absorb as much as I can from all the, the ladies around me that are, successful, and they're rocking it, and just trying to get the groove going, so to speak, with working and everything right now,
Awesome. Yeah. And personal development doesn't have to be like mushy gushy, like confidence building stuff. It can totally be what you just talked about. Anytime that you are picking up a book to be a better leader, whether that's a better dad, a better, husband, or just leader in your job, or any of those kinds of things, like that's totally moving the needle for yourself and moving forward in a good way. So great job. You totally are rocking personal development right now.
Thank you.
And whose team cup did you end up on?
Allison? I didn't get the last name. I know her first name's Allison.
Okay. From Happy and Fit?
I think it's Happy and Fit, yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm glad you're on a team. I'm excited.
Me too.
To see what you guys come up with. Yay!
We'll be more prepared next time.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are always fun. All right. Miss Kara, welcome to the... Oh, she went off. We're talking...
Nope, I'm here.
And sharing all the good stuff. So Chris is on too, I think. I haven't heard from her, but she's kind of here. She's muted right now. But Carrie, do you want to talk about what you're doing for PD and maybe what you're learning from it or what you're loving?
Oh, honestly, if I can get my devotional in, I'm rereading You're More Than Rubies. Yeah. And then I'm just doing a podcast here and there for like quarter of the day show usually. It's
you're a little bit busy. Your routine's a little
off. My routine is so off. And so I'm really trying to get back in a routine. Hopefully by next week we'll be a little bit better. But right now it's been mostly podcasts. And I'm reading Super Life by Darren O'Lean. So I'm learning a lot.
It's a great book.
It is a good book.
Must read for a lot of people.
It's so interesting with like how he was a preemie and how many struggles that he had to overcome, and that he just did his research at such a young age. I think he was like 14. So
crazy.
Would highly recommend it. What's that?
He went on a grapefruit diet.
Yeah. Yep.
What 14-year-old does that? He does, I guess.
Right.
So yeah, Chris, if you want to go, feel free. I mean, you haven't said anything yet, but you can feel free to unmute yourself and just talk if you want to. I have a whole bed worth of books laying here that I can just share with you and any of them. We've already mentioned this one tonight. We won't say the word, but it's there. This one as well. So many naughty words, but they grab your attention, right? This one is an excellent book for anybody that's wanting to start an entrepreneur thing. He was Mary Kay, right? Did I get that right this time? No. Which one is she?
Fields.
Rodan. Thank you. It's Rodan Fields. So this is one that I think is really good just to like get over some fears and get moving. I used to send this one to every single one of my new coaches. I haven't done that in a while. But it is an excellent book, all about compound effect. Little things over time add up. And so this is a really good one. I think this might actually be my prize. I didn't do a prize for this last week, check-in for 80-Day Obsession. So maybe I do this one. I don't know. Maybe I'll just do that. This one is a really good one for leadership called Leaders Eat Last, a Simon Sinek book. It's really good. We read it actually with our my admin team, but it was a good one to just kind of go through and really think about like what kind of leadership you want to have and move forward with that. So this one is really good and a fast read too. This one, it's called Switch. And I actually had to read this for my master's class that I was doing, but I have so much highlighted in it. It's insane. It's called How to Change Things When Change is Hard. It's called Switch. So it's a good one too. So many things in here about like just like the elephant. I was talking about like an elephant in India and kind of how you have to clear the path. You have to like ride the elephant and like get him to go where you want him to go. And you could just apply that little mentality to life in general. So like if there's someone stuck in something, it's probably not that they're so resistant to it. It's just that they don't see a path. So you got to clear the path for them, help them figure it out. And then like an elephant's a huge thing and the rider's on top of it. So like, how do you direct that? Well, you have to get them to, I'm butchering it right now, but you should read it. It's good. I'll talk about it some other time as well. Good to Great is another really good one. A Jim Collins book. I've read through this one several times, not several times, probably at least once for class, but it's referenced a lot by lots of leaders. So this is a good one. I love Brene Brown, and if you can listen to any of her audibles, she does all of her own reading, and so it's really just kind of soothing to listen to Brene Brown as well. But Rising Strong is a really powerful book. I really, really, really wanted to buy all of my coaches this for Christmas, and it just didn't happen. So sorry, but eventually you'll all maybe get it. It's an amazing book. Really hit home a lot of emotion kind of came out of me in this time. Maybe it was just timing of my life. But, it really kind of like this one. If you really take this one to heart and like really think about yourself in the shoes of each of those amusement park rides, this one's going to kind of do the same thing for you, except it's more practical. Like it's not in a story format like this one is. Like it's really good. And then the one that I'm going to read again and take on the plane with me to LA in a couple weeks is the 12-week year. And it has a lot of really good resources in it as well, a lot of planning things, really just kind of taking back control and being intentional, taking 1 week at a time, but really like doing a year's worth of work in 12 weeks. And we don't have that much time left anymore until our big push for 10 Star at the end of April. And so as a whole unit, we're working on those kinds of things, but we're all pieces to the puzzle. And if we can get more done in 12 weeks than others get done in 12 months, you're gonna be rock solid. Awesome. So I'm going to take this book with me again. I listened to it on Audible. I've read it. I had the book here and read through it as well, but it's, vision, planning, process control, measurement, time usage, going through those things. So this is the one that I'm going to be conquering here very soon. I also got another good one called Unmeasurable Faith that I got from my Secret Santa. And I'm hoping to dive into that one as well. I think this one is going to take me the whole plane ride and whatnot. So other things I love to do is like podcasts. I'm a major quote of the day person as well. And Melanie Mitro. I do really enjoy the Lewis Howes ones once in a while. My husband actually got me hooked on Lewis Howes. I don't listen to all of them, but I do try to get into some of them and really get into listen to them through. Not everything I listen to on there is great, but also Entre Leadership is one of the podcasts that I've really been loving as well. And it's a Dave Ramsey series. And so anything with Ramsey Productions has always been really good. But Entre Leadership, there's a book about too, but then there's a podcast that goes with it that they interview leaders and do different things that way. So yeah. Who does those Quote of the Day podcast? That would be Sean Croxton. And if you ever tag Sean Croxton in any of your social media, he totally reaches right back out to you. Like he responds to everybody that posts things. Yeah, I love it when they read their own too. You get to know the person very much so. All right, questions? Anything else to add? Chris?
Yes.
Chris, are you coming? Are you going to share with us?
I'm here, but you don't want my video on.
Okay.
I just listened to Grit, and that one was just okay for me. I wanted it to be better for me, but it was just okay. The one I'm listening to right now, Audible wise, and I end up buying the book, and the name of it, it's Peter Walsh, the guy that used to do Clean Sweep on TLC like 10 years ago.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
kind of a weird accent. Does this clutter make my butt look fat? Is the name of the book. And it's basically kind of correlating like all of the stuff, the stuff, the extra food you eat, the extra stuff you keep around. I am a clutter person. So the title kind of caught me on that one, and I'm kind of liking that one. What else have I read recently? I read Mean Girl on Vacation. That was a complete game changer. Absolutely. Yeah, everybody needs to read that one. I need to check Mandy Sue to see if she's reading that one. 'Cause she was going to. Yeah, a lot of the ones that you guys were saying. Those are pretty much the big recently.
All right.
Yeah, Mean Girl was Mastering Your Mean Girl, big for me. Oh, listen to On Vacation too. I'm just gonna keep saying On Vacation. I sound like such a snob. Shonda Rhimes' Year of Yes.
Ooh.
And again, I think Nikki had said, she reads it herself, and that one was really good, especially to listen to. It was so good that I bought the book. So that was another good one too.
Awesome. Okay. Love, you are a PD queen. You always have so many amazing podcasts to share. I kind of chuckled to myself a little bit when there was, I think it was in Happy and Fit, somebody asked about podcasts.
Like, here's a few.
And then there's like 7 screenshots of Chris's podcast.
I didn't want to be like a bod overview. What do you need? She's like, I'm not sure. I'm like, well then, here you go.
Awesome. All right. Yes, I will put a graphic in our team page tonight with this recording. We didn't record all of it, but a good chunk of it. And I'll put this recording there, and then a list of all the books that I talked about. And if you want to go put the books or podcasts that you talked about in there as well, we'll kind of create a little list, and then people can get some information there. Good. The last thing I want to talk about tonight is Team Cup. And it starts tomorrow. So hopefully you're on a team. Hopefully you're all signed up. Hey, Candace. Do you want to share your book? Or no?
What?
Sure. Getting scolded for talking towards my husband. Anywho. So Team Cup. So Team Jalapeno Business. Absolutely. I love that name. We are just simple rise and grind. I don't know. And so Team Cup is going to be awesome. You're in your group of 5. It's all about pushing each other, setting really crazy, insane goals, and going after it. My goal for Team Cup this time is 25. I don't think I've ever hit 25 before, so we're just going to push for it. Probably 26 because there's nothing uneven. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of people's. And then just doing your best. I mean, there's the first tier prize. If everyone on your team gets Success Club 5, you get the umbrella. Get to walk around in the Team Beachbody umbrella in the rain. Then there's tier 2 prize and all these prizes about Summit. So if you're not going to Summit, today is the last day to get your ticket at the $145 price. So if you're on the fence at all, you should totally get your ticket today. And then it jumps up to $195 after that. Now you can also, it's non-refundable, so you should probably decide if you're really going to go, like make a decision. But we still have some spots left in some housing locations at Summit, and we'd love to have you there because it's literally a game changer in every sort of way, shape, and form. So he's over there listening. He's listening to you right now. So, how convenient that we're talking about PD. Anywho, so Team Cup starts tomorrow. Hope you're setting yourself up for success. You have something that you're inviting to. I know my group is working together. We're going to be doing a February group together. We're still inviting to that. And then after that, I've got a March group coming up too. So once February starts, which is tomorrow, and your groups are getting rolling, have something else that you are inviting to. So keep the ball rolling. What is everyone inviting to for March? Does everyone have plans? Candace is struggling. She needs ideas for March. So everyone share what you're doing for March. Any ideas?
Last March, we did like a spring cleaning type challenge group. I think we're going to stay with the same theme, and we're going to incorporate clean eating into it. But the biggest thing was, gosh, I don't remember what PD we were reading at the time, but it was all about setting your timer and like how much your time is really worth, and how much it's just bringing back the awareness of how distracted we are, and so how a simple 5-minute task can really take us 25 minutes. Like, you know, a household chore doesn't have to take as long, but it does take as long because we let it. Yes. Yep. Exactly. So it was really a nice game changer for a lot of our challengers, now coaches. So we're hoping to do the same thing this year.
Awesome.
No.
All right, cleaning it up.
Yep.
Why did Baba stay up?
I'm super excited about our group this year. This March. Some of you, I put a shout out to the girls. But we had a come to Jesus meeting, and we had a get your crap together meeting, because it was like, okay, we were feeling really stagnant. So anyhow, I was telling the girls earlier before everybody hopped on, but we created our own prep group. So we are going to have a group that everybody can go in, that will be for their prepping. It's going to continue. It includes BOD, it includes measurements, it includes all that stuff. But amongst talking, and when we finally came to that idea, it was because we were like, okay, we really need to figure out how to get our people started off on the right foot. Like, I feel that that's where I've struggled for a very long time, of how to set them off. And I think that for me, it has been the change in BOD. Like, when we got DVDs, we got the calendars, we got the books, we got everything we needed just handed to us. And I struggled on how to not say, well, just go, and I said it a lot, just go on to BOD and it's on there, and then find your workout, and then, it'll be on there. So we are really stepping back for March, actually, which then came down to why we are having our prep group, but really stepping back and going to Fixate and really concentrating on, a lot of back to the basics things to try and help people really get started that way. And we are also actually, the end of February, we are going to ask/require have a 5-day Shakeology group, which we're asking everybody in our group, because we don't require everybody in our group to have Shakeology. We are asking everybody to do 5 days of Shakeology, and they can get the Shakeology challenge, or the Shakeology sampler. And we're thinking that maybe if we get people on it for 5 days, that's going to help them understand and feel the difference of having it for 5 days. And we're going to ask everybody that's on it. We're going to post in this one specific spot, and then we're going to kind of keep that to where we're going to have our new people do that too. So it's really about changing the way we're starting people. And so we're really trying to step back. So that's why we're doing Fixate Your Plate. We're going to concentrate on Fixate and meals and nutrition and the containers and stuff like that.
Awesome. I like it. Fixate Your Plate. Great. Jill, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm up in the air, seriously. Honestly, spring cleaning is the one that I had talked about doing as well. I had done something similar last year, so I think I can take a lot of that content and just kind of rework it a little bit, and it went pretty well. But I think I want to incorporate, just like housework, because this is kind of where I'm struggling right now, is like getting everything done, like the house is just a disaster. And so I just think, like, just my avatars right now. So, spring cleaning and decluttering. So,
Awesome. Yeah, and if it's, those are the best challenge groups when you need it yourself, because then you are
right.
invested, you are a part of it, you are engaged in it. I've run challenge groups that sounded great, that I've run before thinking, oh, this is gonna be easier because I've already done it, and then it falls flat on its face because I've already done it. Like it's nothing new.
Right.
So good. I'm glad that you are going to be doing something that you can connect with. Who else? Nikki, how'd your free group go?
So it went really good the first couple days. Sorry, I can hear Candace's audio, so it like confuses me a little bit. It went really good the first couple days. Wednesday is, I think, when the first like real why can't I think of the word, challengers really kind of posted in the group and stuff.
Okay.
And then, like I said in my video, Thursday I kind of fell off and I like zeroed out. So I feel like the first few days was a win, but then like Friday, Saturday, Sunday was kind of like nothing from me. So those few days are kind of a fail.
So would you, when you do it again, because you should be doing more groups, when you do your next group, a video every day from you is awesome, but you could also schedule out some stuff so that the post is happening whether you're showing up or not. But you showing up every day in a live video is awesome commitment. But you know, then if you don't have the opportunity to show up every day, you still have content showing up for them. Does that make sense? So like coming up with something like what we've been doing lately, I've been teaching people, is that even just going to like Pinterest and like looking for whatever it is that you need. So like, you're so distracting in the corner, Kara. I'm going to going down to like Pinterest and like looking for like self-love. Like that's what we did. Like we went and found like a list of self-love things for this February group, and they actually just pulled quotes off of that, and like that's their content. Or like clean eating tips. Like today I went live on my Facebook page and said 8 things you can do to have a better relationship with yourself. Like you could use those 8 tips and create a post out of them, and like that, those are your days. So ideas. But I love that you went live in your group every day. That's awesome. Do you have people that are going to come back for another group?
I'm not sure. There was a couple girls I talked to and they seemed kind of interested.
But they're not quite sure.
I think because they were like pretty quick out of high school, because they were the same grade as I was actually. So I think they're kind of thinking about going into the college part of it.
Yeah.
So they kind of like the idea of, hey, it's free.
Right.
So they might.
Okay. It's definitely something to consider, keep moving forward on. And everything that you do, whether you feel like it works really well or it doesn't work really well, it's a learning opportunity. So you learned something from this 5 days or whatever you did, and maybe you don't feel like it went the best, but you know what you can do better now the next time, and it makes some improvements on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I am super excited about my March group. It's going to be called it's about faith and fitness. I'm going to do something that's incorporating my faith side as much as my fitness side, and it's going to be mastering the restart, and not necessarily like the restart, like the ultimate reset set or whatever, but like just mastering, like getting back on track. Or if you feel like you missed the boat, getting back on track. So we're going to do daily devotional, making sure we were connected. We're going to, and they can use any devotional they want, like getting into some sort of scripture. So like I get an email, daily scripture. They could pull their own devotional. If I know lots of you read them, you can get different apps on your phones. Like you could, whatever spiritual thing you want to do. That's how, one of the things we're going to connect with. I kind of want to use the savers as kind of like my check-in. And then I'm thinking that route maybe, but we're going to get fit in our faith, and we're going to get fit in our bodies, and we're going to get back on track. So mastering the restart, like, you know, January, 26th is kind of like that statistical day when people fall off the wagon. So let's get back on track on our goals, or let's get started on our goals if we feel like we missed the wagon altogether. So that's kind of where I'm headed in March. I'm really pumped about it. I made a really kick butt graphic to go on my event page, so it's got to be awesome, right? So yeah, that's where I'm headed. Anybody else? Speak to your avatar. Just do what you are. Find your roles and run with it. You know, Toby, you could find some like kick butt, like, you know, being your amazing dad kind of thing. I'll unmute.
Where's all the guys at?
Right? We don't have very many guys in our group. I would say that Eric Condia is probably the most active guy in Happy and Fit, Julian's husband. And he has a guys group that he does most often, but you can certainly run guys groups.
It doesn't bother me. I mean, I wouldn't be able to run a guy group with how rare they are in this. You know, I don't really have a talent pool to pull from. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So
well, I would say get connected with Eric, and he can help show you the ropes a little bit. And
that's Happy and Fit?
Yep, Eric Condia and Happy and Fit. He's in London right now, so he may not respond to you, but he, right now, at least this week, they'll be back on Sunday. But it's a great opportunity. Like Teresa Schrader's husband, his name is just from the top of my head right now, but he is a potato farmer in Wisconsin, and he has run groups, guys groups as well. Sometimes they just check in via text messaging. Sometimes they use the challenge checker app. Like, that's not like a gushy feel good kind of posting every day kind of thing with the guys. It's really just more of like showing up, like you'd go to the gym with a bunch of guys, or you'd go hang out and play basketball with a bunch of guys. Like, it's just,
well, I mean, a lot of that mushy, you know, touch heart to heart stuff kind of helps keep all the ladies accountable too. You know, you feel, you know, emotionally invested into the group just as much as you are physically, you know, every day, you know, that you exercise and better yourself. You know, I don't mean to keep cutting out. I'm at work. That's why I keep, I probably shouldn't be on this at all, but I didn't want to miss it. So that's why I keep going in and out there. But I do appreciate the advice.
Yes, absolutely. And we can talk some other time too, if you want, about like how to get you going. But I would say definitely connect with Eric. He would love to work with you on that.
Thank you.
And I'll try to remember what Teresa's husband's name is. And I'm sure he would mentor as well. But all right. Anything else, ladies? It's 9:10. I still have Success Club to hit. Anyone else? You? Yeah. Major shout out. We're recording this, so major shout out to Miss Kara Hintz for hitting SE10 the month that she has a baby. Right? Rockin' the mom thing, the new mom thing. And super shout out to Sierra Higgins for hitting Success Club for the very first time, in like her first like real active month of coaching as well. So yay, Sierra. All right. Beth has hit Emerald. We've got, you're almost there, Beth. Just one more person, right? One more person. Yeah. So let's go out and rock it. Chris has hit, she hit Success Club again this month. That's 4 months in a row, and which is a streak for her, which is a good thing. And she's like way a huge high in volume again, just because she's a rock star. So anybody else you want to give a shout out to before we close out here? Anyone? No? Candace is alive. That's what we can shout out, right? Candace is alive and well. Well, getting well. She's working out now. Okay. Have a wonderful evening, ladies and gentlemen. And we will have a great rest of your week. And I will see you again next week, right? Yay! All right. Talk to you later.